Weather together. Taking a look at that radar again, Daniel.
Yeah, so one thing we're looking at is clear conditions when it comes to rain throughout a lot of southern Arizona, Robbie, but there's still a little bit left over that's trying to make it over the mountains into Safford, and it's continuing to fall apart very fast. So at this point in time, I don't think a whole lot of it's going to be reaching a majority of the city. So what you had, it seems like over the last few minutes, is just about it, and it's going to continue to die on down in the area. Now, anywhere else around southern Arizona looks to be clear. We're not entirely out of the woods yet. Still a small chance of rain going to be possible over the next couple hours. But after about, I'd say 8 or 9 o'clock, it looks like things are going to be done because the front we're tracking here is going to be on the way out. And that means clearer conditions for a lot of us are going to be settling in. And that's going to be the case, I'm thinking, for about a good 36 to 48 hours before our next rain chance comes in. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up first. Something else of note, aside from the rain ending, is the fact that we're still going to have some clouds hanging around during the afternoon. That is going to be impacting our temperatures during the daytime. It's going to keep a lot of us away from the 70-degree mark. But once they move out overnight, that means your low could be all the way down into the lower 40s for the first time in a while. In fact, with the way things are looking right now, I do think that Friday is going to start off with some clouds too. That means that during the afternoon tomorrow, I do think it's going to be just as cool as what we're going to have today, but the morning's still looking pretty chilly because of that front and the clearer conditions for overnight. Now for Friday, late afternoon, that's when I think we can expect to clear on up. Now if you're going to be headed out today, I do think go ahead and grab that umbrella just to be safe. I don't think most of us are going to have rain, but it's going to be nice to have that on hand. And I would recommend some sunglasses too. By the end of the day, you are going to have a bit more sunlight trying to come out through the clouds. Could be helpful on the drive home. And of course, a light jacket going to be needed. You could probably roll with the same one throughout the entire day because your current temperatures are just under 60 degrees and your highs today are going to be just under 70 degrees. So you're not going to have a big change in temperatures. So whatever jacket you have for this morning will be just fine for later in the day too. Across the area, upper 60s for Tucson. I'm not really seeing a ton of differences across the area here. Typically cooler spots like Wilcox and Bisbee might be about 15 degrees cooler. I'm only expecting it to be maybe about 10 degrees cooler at worst. So Bisbee could stop around 59, again, dependent on cloud cover with the way things we've been looking at here. All right, so once we're done with Friday and a bit more sunshine that day, I do think that both Saturday and Sunday will have rain chances. Now, if you want to make outdoor plans on either one of these days, your safest bet is definitely going to be early on Saturday. Because once we get to the afternoon hours on Saturday, that's going to be that first rain chance that could carry on over into Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon before we have clearer conditions Monday. That was weather. Let's go ahead and look at traffic real quick before you go on outside today. And everything looks so far so good. There was that one wreck that we